Good morning, everyone. Welcome to MBA Karo. So today we are going to have a marathon on LR for SNAP. If we talk about the SNAP exam, it has 25 questions in LR, 25 out of 60, and these 25 questions are mixed bag. Like there is no such specific distribution. You will have questions from different things, like it can be syllogisms, coding, decoding, directions, blood relations, right, and series based questions. Then you have some questions on critical reasoning also. So around you will get 5 to 6 questions, or 6 to 8 max around critical reasoning, and rest is miscellaneous LR questions. So mostly the questions are going to be individual questions. You hardly get group questions. Like in CAT, you have group of 4 questions, 5 questions, but in SNAP, you will have maximum a group of 2 questions. So in this video, we are going to solve a variety of questions, that the question types, the topics that you can expect in SNAP. Okay, so please do like this stream before we begin it. And if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I hope your preparation for the examination is going good. The admit cards will be out very soon. Okay, so I think today they are going to release the admit card. So don't worry about that. You have like sufficient time to like make the travel plans and all. So ideally in SNAP you get the city which you opt for. Like unlike in some examinations, you do not get the city, right? Like दूसरी city मिल जाती है. In SNAP you are most likely to get the same city, the one which you have opted for. Okay, so it will be out somewhere in the evening. And in case you are preparing for SNAP and are looking for mock tests, you can take our mock test. We are providing 20 mock tests. One of them is a free test. So they are of mixed difficulty level. A lot of students ask that what is the difficulty level. So 2023 was slightly easier, 22 was difficult. So we have all these mixed varieties so that you are prepared for all things like easy, moderate, difficult. And this is the data which we extracted recently. I mean, this is available on our Telegram group also. You can check it out. So you can figure out that what is 98 percentile, 95 percentile, and 90 percentile in our mocks. So in case you are ranging between 90 to 95 percentile consistently in these mock tests, so that is there is a good chance that you will be able to get above 98 percentile, right? So if your consistent score is above 90 plus percentile, अगर आपका consistently बन रहा है हमारे mocks पे, so you can definitely go above 98, because our mocks, some of the mocks are on the difficult side also, some are at par with the score. So by checking the average score, you can figure out that which one is easy. So this is taken by very large number of people, but from among the remaining can give you an idea, like this might be on the easier side and this might be on the difficult side. Okay, so if you are getting less than 20, then it is on the difficult, the average score. That is just an idea. Okay, so let's begin the class. So please do like this video and share it with your friends. Let's start with the first question. Which number will be the next term in the following series? So we have a series of numbers. We need to find the number which is next in this series. So we do not know how many students registered for SNAP. I mean, it is usually above 1 lakh. Last year it was above 1 lakh. You'll get to know after the examination gets over. So, I mean, you should not be worried about how many students registered. You need to try to maximize your performance. Yes, we will have a QA session also. So we have already had some sessions. So going forward, we will have usually every day we will have a session, revision session on SNAP. So it says that the next term in this series. So 12, 15, 21, 33, 54. Let's take this series. We need to find which is the next term, right? So let's like it is a difference based thing that we have figured out कि multiply करके तो कुछ नहीं बन रहा. So try to take the difference. Now it becomes no difference. One might think that it is doubling. It is not doubling also. Yeah, it is not doubling. Like if it was 3, 6, 12, 24, so we could have taken 48. But it is not doubling. So we will take double difference. That is 3, 6, 9. So this is 3, 6, 9. So double difference will be 12. Okay. If double difference is 12, this difference should be 33. 54 plus 33, the answer is going to be 87. Okay, so this is the answer is 87. Now in Snap, these number series based questions and all, if you are able to strike the logic immediately, please attempt it, otherwise skip the question. Sometimes the logic can be very weird also. This was a manageable question in the exam. Okay, so this is 87 aaya, that is the right answer. Let's look at the next question on syllogisms. So let's see this question. Like we are given three statements and two conclusions. We need to tell that which conclusion follows from it. Okay. So some digits are letters. So we have digits and some digits are letters. All digits are symbols. So all digits will be symbols also. No symbol is an alphabet. So symbol and alphabet are to be separate. Now, alphabet can overlap with any other thing, but it should not overlap with symbols. So first, it's saying that some symbols are letters. So definitely some symbols have to be letters because digit is within symbol. Okay. Digit is inside symbol and there has to be overlap with it. So this is true. So first one is true. We need to check that whether the second one is true also. No digit is an alphabet. Okay. Now if you see no digit is an alphabet, we are given that no symbol is an alphabet. So alphabet cannot come inside this circle. Okay, if it cannot come inside this circle, it cannot overlap with digit also. Okay, if it is outside this circle, it cannot come inside this circle. इसके अंदर नहीं आ पाएगा, so it is also true. So both follow in this case. Okay, the answer is D. Both conclusions 1 and 2 follow. All right, let's look at the next question. This is a course of action, so you can expect like around 5 to 7 questions or maybe a bit more also based on critical reasoning. It says the service sector in India accounts for a significant portion of GDP but employs only about 30% of the workforce. Meanwhile, the manufacturing sector, which employs around 25% of the workforce, contributes significantly to GDP but faces challenges in productivity and labor efficiency. So, about both the sectors, they have given the challenges. What are the pros and cons? So, you need to tell which is the appropriate course of action. So, we are given three courses of action. You need to tell which course of action or combination of courses of action is appropriate. Yes, you can get some of the questions can be lengthy also. Some questions are short, like some critical reasoning questions may be lengthy also. So let's see which course of action is. So what is happening in service sector? Service sector का problem क्या है? It is significant portion of GDP, but it employs only 30% of the workforce. So इसमें GDP is good, but workforce is less. Okay, and in manufacturing sector, what is happening? 25% of the workforce is there. We do not know whether it is sufficient or more, right? It is contributing significantly to GDP. So all of them are, both of them are doing good for the GDP, right? Now, but there are challenges are productivity and labor efficiency. So in service sector, the employment is the challenge. See, we need to look for the challenge, right? Whatever is the challenge, we need to improve that. See, if there is positive thing, we will not make it a negative thing, right? So obviously, employment is the issue, and in manufacturing sector, efficiency is the issue. Now we will see the courses of action that try to improve it. First is the focus should be on shifting more workers from manufacturing sector to the service sector. Now see, if you shift more people from manufacturing to service sector, first of all you need to use logic that like they will not have the skill set. Okay, so obviously, like if you are shifting people, right? One thing will be that here the number of people will reduce. So that is not like increasing the people in service sector does not mean that you shift from manufacturing sector, right? First of all, in manufacturing sector people will reduce. Second thing, skill set may not match, right? जो manufacturing में काम करता है, फैक्ट्री में काम करता है, उसे कंप्यूटर्स के आगे बिठा दोगे और some set of service might face difficulty. So this is not a proper course of action. Second says manufacturing industry should be modernized with advanced technology and better management practices to improve productivity. Now this is a positive course of action because the challenge is efficiency. So challenge in productivity. So if you use advanced technology, so the productivity will go up, and better management practices because there is labor efficiency issue. So if there are good managers, they will efficiently manage the workforce, and hence this is a proper course of action. Okay, so now, the third thing is saying that the service sector should be made more competitive by providing incentives for foreign investment. Now, what is the issue? Like, the issue is employment, right? So, if you provide foreign investment, if you provide foreign investment, will the issue be released? Like, will the issue be fixed? You need to think that if you provide foreign investment, the issue is employment. Will the employment thing be fixed? See, you might think in one direction that if foreign investment has come, you can create more jobs, isn't it? That might come to your mind that the employment is less. So if you get foreign investment, you can like employ more people. Maybe you are not able to give salary, right? So that looks to be a proper, you would say, course of action, because there are like sometimes what happens is in certain industries the fund is the issue. Like if you are not having sufficient funds, so if you have foreign investment that can be used, like if you have more foreign investment, that means the sector will become lucrative. Okay, like see how did our industries grow, like if you think of the past, right? Our IT sector boomed because of the foreign investment in that. Okay, so if you have foreign investment, the sector will become lucrative, it will generate more employment. More employment means people will be attracted towards it. Like if there is more money in some particular sector, people will work towards it, right? Why do you people want to go for MBA? The most obvious reason is, no matter whatever you say, the most obvious reason is salary, right? Because whenever you choose a college, you select based on the average package, right? So if there is money, people will get attracted to it. So if there is foreign investment, it will become more lucrative, and definitely people will get attracted to it. Basically they will build their skill set and all. So if there is an industry where people are not getting paid well, so less people are attracted towards that industry. So this will increase it. So B and C are correct courses of action. So you need to think that it may be like even if it is doing something positive, right, it may not be completely solving the issue, but if it is doing something positive towards the issue, that is considered as a course of action. So you can check out our mocks, and our mocks are taken by probably the highest number of snap test takers. Okay, you can check out our free mock if you like. There is one free mock for the reason we have given that. You can check it out, and if you feel that it is relevant to the examination, then you can go ahead and purchase it. And also you can check my exam analysis of last year, all three slots, so you can relate that what kind of questions were asked in snap and what kind of questions do we have in our mocks. What is external knowledge in this? I mean, there is no external knowledge involved, right? It is just common sense that if foreign investment is there, then people will obviously get attracted to it. Okay, so at what time between 9 and 10 o'clock will the hands of a clock be together? So at 9 o'clock, the angle between the hands is 90 degree. This is 9 and 12. And the clock will move in this direction. Okay, so what we need to do is how much is the change in angle? Change in angle is we need to have the hands to be together. So change in angle is 270 degree. So there is a video on like clocks in this playlist itself. Watch it to understand these kind of questions. So change in angle is 270 degrees, and like in 1 minute what happens? In 1 minute, minute hand moves 6 degrees and our hand moves by zero point 0.5 degrees. So both of them are moving forward. It is going at the rate of zero point 0.5 and it is going at the rate of 6 degrees per minute. So net speed, or you can say the relative speed, is 5.5 degrees per minute. So you have to cover 270 degrees and the speed is 5.5 degrees per minute. So 270 divided by 5.5. Okay. So 270 by 5.5 can be done as 540 by 11. 11 fours are 44. Uh, then 10 remains 100. 9, 99, 1 by 11. So we will need 49 1 by 11 minutes to make them at the same like together. The hands will be together. So 9:49 1 by 11 minutes past 9. So please cover clocks and calendars. We have uploaded the videos also for both the topics, because you can get maybe one question from each, even two questions from each of these topics. Okay. All right, let's see the next question. In a certain code, confused is written in this manner. We need to find the code for secluded. So our MyCat mocks do not have psychometric test. It is just the aptitude part. So this is a coding decoding based question. You need to find that what is the code for secluded. So confused is written in this format. Let's see what is happening to the letters. And it is E M N B E F T V. Okay, is there any relation between them? And let's see the word for secluded also. Similarly, we'll apply the same rule for secluded. Okay. Now, what comes to our mind is basically C. If you see plus 2, let's say if we take plus 2, S plus 2 is TU. There is no option with U. So it is not the logic of plus 2. Okay. Sometimes the logic can be very obvious. Sometimes the logic can be hidden, right? So like if you are able to decide immediately, let's say within 30 seconds, if you are able to figure out the logic, because आपको calculate भी करना पड़ेगा, right? If you are able to decide the logic instantly, great. If not, then avoid it. Now C is not related to E in this manner, because if it was plus 2, so S plus 2 should be U. None of the options says U, right? Now, similarly, let us say the last letter D is coded as V. Okay, D is 4, V is 22, sum is 26. So can it be V? Possible. It is possible, but we need to say see that how can S become K or R. Okay, that is our challenge. So from the first letter we are not able to figure out. O is 15 minus 2, E minus 2 is C, right? It is not fitting. So first two letters are not going with the first two letters. Now sometimes you have to think out of the box. See, in these questions, like at times the logic can strike immediately, no matter it is easy or difficult. Or sometimes even if the logic is easy, it does not strike immediately. So it is not getting hit. Now, if you observe one thing which some of you must have observed by now, break the word into two parts. Okay, confused, break it into two parts and make it like this. Reverse it like it. Okay, and also reverse it like this. Now, if you see, it is minus 1 from all. N minus 1 is M, O minus 1 is N, C minus 1 is B, D minus, this is plus 1. Right side we are adding 1. So D plus 1 is E, E plus 1 is F, S plus 1 is T, U plus 1 is V. Okay, तो इसका logic थोड़ा difficult था, right? So if we notice that we will break into two parts. So SECL will become like this, and DE du will become like this. We will subtract 1 from left hand side and add 1 to right hand side. Okay, so cross pattern बन रहा. Minus 1 will be k, so we can eliminate these two options. K, B, and then it is D and R. So K, B, D, R is fine. Plus 1 is E, F, E, and V. E, F, E, V. So the answer is option C. Okay, so sometimes the logic strikes immediately. So यही ध्यान रखना है, अगर logic immediately आ रहा है, it is quite possible that the logic is easy but it does not strike immediately. Suppose I did not tell you this logic, maybe you could have taken 10 minutes, 15 minutes also, still it will not strike. So in the examination, be vigilant. Any topic, if you are able to think immediately, do it, or otherwise like just avoid that. Okay. All right, so this is an easy one, but it is just that I would call it a boring question. You have to pay attention to this. मतलब ये easy question होता है, but irritating question because you have to carefully observe each and every element. So it says how many such consonants are there in the above arrangement, each of which is immediately preceded by a symbol and immediately followed by a letter. What are consonants? So A, E, I, O, U are vowels. Okay, remaining are consonants. So that is consonant, and before that preceded by means before that consonant there should be a symbol. So we will have symbol, consonant, and letter after that. Now letter, when we say, it can be vowel also, it can be consonant also, it does not matter. So consonant, before that it should be symbol, and after that it should be a letter. So count how many of them are there, and tell which are the ones. Okay, so more than three, which if there are more than three, which all consonants are there? Now this is an easy question type, क्योंकि इसमें गलत होने के chances बहुत कम रहते हैं, but just it requires focus. So let's see that which are those consonants. So Y is a consonant, but there is nothing before it. D के पहले symbol and after letter, so D is one of those. Then we have R, we have symbol before it. This is second. Now this is a symbol, okay, and this is also a symbol. And then we have W, that is the third one. And then we have Z is another, Z ke before number hai. Then Q also has a number before it. H is another such consonant. So if you are getting more than three, then it is the answer. So we will get RNCWP, copyright WP. Okay, and you will have $HU also. Okay, that's a symbol. So fourth is this. So there are four such consonants. Okay, one, before is symbol, after is a letter. So when we say letter, it can be vowel also, it is a consonant also. If it particularly said that it is a consonant, then you would have three, but U is a letter. Okay, so the answer is more than three. Like I personally dislike these kind of questions because they require a lot of focus, and like if you are not with a focused mind, if you are just panicking, you may get it wrong. Okay, so vowel is a letter, right? Letter consists of both vowels and consonant. It is not saying that immediately followed by consonant. Okay, so let's look at this question. You need to tell that which of the following conclusions is true out of these two. So let's see this one. It says company Y has been a leader in renewable energy solutions for more than 15 years, continuously innovating and improving sustainable technologies. The company has limited experience in renewable energy solutions. Now we cannot say that what is limited experience, right? 15 years may be a good experience, maybe a limited experience. So we can't say this thing. So it is not a definite conclusion. Like if you go by general awareness, 15 years is a good enough experience. Okay, if you consider any industry, innovation and continuous improvement are key factors in the company's success. Okay, so like see, if we say that it's a leader in renewable energy solutions, okay, and it is continuously innovating and improving sustainable technologies, so it is improving these factors. If if it is like improving, it's innovating and improving technologies, and it is a leader, so there must be something, right? Like it must be the reason why it is the leader, because it is improving itself, right? So innovation and continuous improvement are key companies in the company's success. We are targeting about this company. Suppose if it was a generic statement, right? So it is like it is talking about that key factors in the company's success, because it is talking about this particular company only. If it was a generic statement, we would not take it as a conclusion. But It is talking about the company's success, and this it's a leader. There is a reason why it is a leader. So that is why that it is going to be the conclusion. So second conclusion follows in this. Okay, so that is the answer. Pointing to a woman, Jatin said, "She is the daughter of my wife's grandfather's only child." How is the woman related to Jatin? Snap does not ask RCs, but however, in one or two of our mocks, we have put RCs just for that uh, a little of variation. ठीक है स्नैप में वैसा नहीं आता आरसी बट वी हैव पुट इन सो वी हैव मेड सर्टेन वेरिएशंस इन आवर डिफरेंट मॉक्स so that like you are prepared for any such thing. Okay, so there is a woman, and Jatin said that she is the daughter of my wife's grandfather's only child. Now, when you go to this, right, whenever we solve such questions, we start from the right hand side. So, right hand side says grandfather's only child. So, grandfather's, if this is the grandfather, grandfather's only child means what? It can mean mother also, it can mean father also, isn't it? Because it can be mother also, father also. Grandfather, we do not know which grandfather. It can be paternal or maternal grandfather, isn't it? So it can be either thing. Now she is the daughter of my grand wife's grandfather or uh, grandfather's only child. So wife's, this is the wife, and wife's mother or father is grandfather's only child. Daughter of, right? So this is the daughter of the person. Okay, now the wives, if you talk about wife, right? So, wife's mother or father, wife's parent, the daughter can be wife also, right? So, we do not know how many daughters they have, right? So, it can be wife also, it can be wife's sister also. So, it can be wife also, it can be sister in law also. The data is inadequate to answer this question. It can be wife also, isn't it? Suppose there is no other daughter. So then it will be wife. Okay, so it is not sufficient to answer the question because it can be wife or it can be sister-in-law. So the answer is data inadequate. Because what if the wife is the only daughter of that parent? We do not know how many uh, daughters does their parent have, right? It can be the wife, it can be sister-in-law. So we cannot say that it is a definite one. So data is inadequate to answer this question. I hope you are enjoying this session. So please don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. And if someone asks for recommendation, you can suggest our channel, which is the best channel for all MBA entrance examinations. Let's move to the next question. Okay, so just got someone is saying that admit cards are out. So we will just check that if that is really out. Okay, so the admit card is out, and the examination is from 2 to 3 p.m. So my uh, most expected, no, not on mail, just log in and get the admit card. Okay, admit cards are out, and it's 2 to 3 p.m. No, it will have same time slot. So they have on different days. So the timing is 2 to 3 p.m. So I got the center in the center which I have been like at least 20, maybe at least 20, 25 times I must have gone to that center in Noida sector 62. So got the same center again. Okay, so this question, none of you has been able to do it. या फिर एडमिट कार्ड देखने लग गए. So it says that there are 6 books, and these are the subjects of the books, and they contain different number of pages. Computer book contains fewer pages than only 2 books. So there are 6 books: one, two, three, four, 5, and 6. This is computer book. Okay. English book contains more pages than science book, but less than Sanskrit. So Sanskrit is greater than English, greater than science. Science book does not contain the least number of pages. So there is at least one book after science. Right? Science has to be more than something. Right? Okay. Then it says that Sanskrit book contains fewer pages than Hindi book. So we have Hindi book more than Sanskrit book. Okay. Now we have to put 5 books. Computer is already there. So it means Hindi, this will be Sanskrit, this will be English, and this will be science, and the remaining subject, which is maths, will come in its place. Right. So we have determined the order. Now it is given that the book which contains the third lowest pages contains 28 pages. So this is 28. So that is the information from the common text. Now we need to answer this question. It says Sanskrit and computer book contain 89 pages together. So they will combinedly have 89 pages. Computer and English book contain 63 pages. So these have combined 63. So English is 28, computer will be 35. If computer is 35, science will be 54 pages. Sorry, Sanskrit is 54 pages. So Sanskrit book has 54 pages. So you can get one standalone question or maybe 2 questions in the form of group question, which could be some arrangement. Okay. So like it could be any sort of arrangement. It could be like ranking based puzzle. It could be seating arrangement, linear arrangement, circular arrangement, etc. You can get 1 or 2 questions from arrangement also. So if you find any of the questions lengthy, that is something that you should be skipping in the beginning. Okay. Computer book in third slot, it is given right, like computer book contains fewer pages than only 2 books. So only 2 books will have more than computer pages. Like these are the 2 books which are more than computer book. And English book contains less than Sanskrit book. So Sanskrit is more than English. All right, so let's see the next question on critical reasoning. Read it and answer. There is only one slot. Like on 3 days you will have only one slot. It is not like you will have multiple slots. So in case you have uh, got different slot, please do let us know, because I got 2 to 3 p.m. What is your snap slot? Okay, some are saying 4:30 p.m. also. So we'll check that if more people have it. Okay, so let's see this. This says that driving is what I enjoy most about commuting. You can control the speed, choose your route, and enjoy your own music. Right? So, person prefers driving. There is no need to wait for public transport or follow someone else's schedule. It is far more flexible and relaxing compared to taking the bus or the train. So, we need to tell that which of the following can be inferred from this information, right? So it is, the person is saying that he likes driving, enjoys driving because of these reasons. You can control speed, choose your route, and enjoy your music. So these are the things that he enjoys. And the question is asking that which of the following, like he's saying that you do not have to wait for public transport or follow someone else's schedule. It is far more flexible and relaxing. So the person enjoys driving. That is what we can get. Now we need to tell that which of the following is can be inferred. The person always drives during their commute. So it is not necessary that the person always drives. So if you enjoy something, that does not mean that you always do that thing, right? So it cannot be the inference. The person dislikes public transport. See, if you like something else, does not mean that you necessarily dislike it. Maybe we may put it on hold that the person dislikes. Okay, let's see the next one. It says the person has used both public transport for driving and driving for commuting. See, a person can tell because if you have experienced things, then only you can compare things. ठीक है, आप compare तभी करोगे ना जब आपने दोनों चीज की होंगी. The person must have, he's saying that there is no need to wait for public transport or follow someone else's schedule. So how will the person know? Unless the person has experienced, the person cannot compare both. So this is one thing which is possible. Last one says the person prefers public transport over driving. So ये तो opposite है ना. The person prefers driving over public transport, right? Now, like, see this thing, the person dislikes public transport does not mean that, see, a person likes something does not mean that the person dislikes public transport, isn't it? So he may not dislike. So this is like, this is a better, like if you have to choose between the two, this is a better thing because we can clearly infer that the person has experienced both. Then only the person is able to compare them. Now, the person dislikes, can't say. The person may or may not like it, but we can't say that. He definitely likes driving, but he's saying that driving is better than commuting. So it is, maybe he's giving like a comparison, but maybe there are some other factors he might like about the commute, the public transport part. So we cannot say, I mean, this is like out of the two, we have to choose a better one. So this is definitely a better one. This may be true, may not be true. So whenever you are in dilemma with two of the options, it might happen in critical reasoning. At times, there are two close options, so you need to go with the better one. So the better one option here is that C. B may or may not be true. Okay, so here is the next one. It says that in a certain code, support the other group is written as like Jape, Lano, and Mission Gain support is given as this. And we need to find the code for Z. What does Z stand for in this? Don't ever do this, right? Don't go by any random friend, right? If the person is studying in some premium institute and has done that, then only follow that. Okay, don't take advice of any random friend. Do not leave any section. Okay, there might be some questions which might be easy. So do not leave any section because what might happen is, suppose quant is the easiest thing और आप quant छोड़ के चले गए. Okay, so do not make any such blunders in the examinations. There is no sectional cutoff. That does not mean that you leave a section. This is an easy one. You need to find the code for Z. So if you look at Z, Z is present in this code, Keja Zila and Funo Ho Z. So Z is present in both, and we need to find the word which is present. The mission gains support, gains some gains other than money. So gains is present in both. Okay, so the answer is gains. Easy picking. Okay, so three of them are alike in certain way. You need to find the one which is odd one out. So there will definitely be some easy questions also across all sections. So in Snap, like if people are able to score, let's say 40 plus, that means that they must be doable questions, right? And not necessary that you get 100% accuracy. So people are scoring that high, that means there are easy questions for sure. So we need to tell the odd one out. It is like 12, 15, 10, 6, 9, 4, 18, 21, 16. And this is 9, 12, and 14, right? So if you see, this is plus 3 and minus 5, plus 3 minus 5, plus 3 minus 5, this is plus 3 plus 2. So this is odd one out. All of them are plus 3 minus 5, plus 3 minus 5. Easy one. Okay, so the answer is option D. Okay, so this is a question on blood relation. So we are given that there are four statements given to us. We need to tell which of the following statements are required to establish that E is a male. So E is a male. You need to tell that which of these statements will help us determine that E is a male. Yes, you need to know it because I mean not only in SNAP but other examinations if you write, there might be questions based on these alphabet based coding decoding. So there is one way to remember that you can use this relation EJOT to remember 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. Okay, nearby letters you can count. But if you practice a few questions, you will remember forever. Okay, now we need to tell that which E is a male. How will we come to know E is a male? Now, if you look at the statements, B is the son of E. That is a mandatory thing. So we can eliminate option D because 4 is needed because E का mention तो 4 में ही है, right? Now only 4 can we get from only 4. B is a son of E. So it says that B is a son of E. B is a son here, but that does not tell the gender of E. So only 4 is not needed. So we may need 2 or 1 along with 4. So let us check 4 and 2. C is the sister of A. So no connection between B and E, right? So if you connect 2 and 4, that is not necessary. Now we are left with only one option, 1 and 4. Can we get from 1 and 4? 1 says that A is the mother of B. So A is the mother of B. So that means that A is married to E because B is the child of E also. Now A is a female. So it means that E should be a male. So we need 1 and 4 to establish that E is a male person. Okay, easy question. Sometimes it is just that the question turn out to be different. Okay, so like this is the answer. Okay, so it is a bit lengthy question. So in the meanwhile, you attempt it. I'll answer all your queries and doubts. Is but those slot hai. See, Snap does not do normalization. Okay, so there is no normalization in Snap. Now it is a luck-based game. Okay, you get the best of the scores. That is the worst part about Snap. Okay, you will get rough sheet, but not that notepad. You get that long A4 sheets. Okay, so in Snap you will get A4 rough sheet. Any other questions? In the meanwhile, you attempt this question because it's a lengthy one to read and solve. अगर एक आधा question lengthy आता है in Snap, which will be the case, so avoid that. I mean, you can solve it later, but initial thing should be to attempt the easy pickings. So I will give you the generic strategy also while you solve this question. So you have English. English can be done in around 5-6 minutes because straight away questions aate hain, idioms, phrases, synonym, antonyms, fill in the blanks. You know or you do not know, or maximum 8. Right, max you can say that 8 minutes. Now you are left with 50, 54, 55, depending on person to person. It could be 52 minutes left. So then give QA and LR. Both give 20 minutes each. In 20 minutes, try to pick the easy questions. Okay. So you will understand that which is easy. Agar QA easy aa raha hai, so like give remaining, let's say you gave 8 minutes here, 20, you finished. So you're left with 12 minutes. So 12 minutes, you will do more QA than LR. On the other side, if you feel that LR is easy, then in that case more LR in the remaining minutes. So that's how you are going to distribute. Finish English in the first, because in English you will know or you will not know. There is nothing like you can think. Okay, easy topics. I mean, there are, see, like, if you prepared for examinations, you must be knowing that arithmetic is generally on the easy side. Do not try any new topic. Arithmetic, you might be getting some from geometry, mensuration. It's a mix of things. Okay, so if it's a short question, just go ahead and attempt it. Okay, so like it's a bit lengthy question compared to Snap, but yes, sometimes you may get one or two questions. Individual bhi ho sakta hai, right? It is not like all questions may not be of or doable natures. One or two questions may be lengthy also. All right, so let's see that there are 8 persons. They work in 3 different departments: operations, sales, and finance, and they have 3 different scales: first, second, and third, with at least 2 in any one scale. So we have 8 people: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Now this gives you an understanding that if you get a question like this, if there are no multiple questions from that topic, so please avoid that question. Okay. If there are multiple questions, let us say इससे 2 question आते हैं, then you should do it. But at the first go, you should be avoiding such lengthy questions. So they work in 3 different departments: operations, sales, and finance, with at least 2 and not more than 3 in any department. So we can have 2, 3, and 3, total 8 people, and at least 2 in any one scale. So department and scale. Both the employees in operations department are in scale 2. We do not know which 2 employees. D works in sales department and belongs to scale 1. So D is in scale 1. And A works in finance department, does not belong to scale 1. So A is in finance department. It can be 2 or 3. So you can better write 2 and 3 like this, because constructing these Roman symbols might take more time. Okay. Then 2 employees in sales department belong to one scale. Okay. Which scale we do not know. F works with only H in one of the departments. So F and H are in the same department. Okay. Now if you see finance and sales, we already have people. So that means F and H will be in the operations department, because F and H are the only two people in that department. So F and H will be in the operations department. C works with E in one of the departments. So C and E are in the same department. B does not work with either C or A in the same department. So B does not work with C. So we cannot have operations, because operations will make it 4. And B, are we given the department? No, we are not given the department. G does not belong to. So see, we have 2, 3, 3. F and H are the only two employees. So we cannot have operations. B cannot be in operations. B does not work with C or A. So B cannot be in finance also, because A is in finance. So B will work in the sales department. Okay. So if B works in the sales department, C cannot be in the sales department. Operations is not possible for C, because operations there are only two employees. F works with only H. So C works in the finance department. Okay, and E will also work in the finance department. So 2, 3 in the finance are done. 3 will be in the sales department. So G will be in the sales department. Okay, so department is done. We need to do the scales. Then we are given G does not belong to scale 3. So G can be 1 or 2. E does not belong to scale 1. So E belongs to 2 or 3. There are two employees in scale 1 and 2. So 1 and 2, there are two employees. And scale 3, there are 4 employees. Okay. Now we will go back to the initial employees. Both the employees in operations department are in scale 2. So operations, these are in scale 2. This is done. So this person is going to be, so we have to find the H, right? So H we have already figured out, no need to fill the remaining information. So H works in scale 2, because both, like, no need to fill this also, as soon as we figured out that F and H work in the operations department, and both employees in operations department are in scale 2. So H will be in scale 2. Okay, so if you happen to get any lengthy question like this, if it does not have multiple questions, do not attempt it, because there will be some speed breakers. See, snap ऐसे ही होगा, कुछ क्वेश्चन बहुत इजी लगेंगे, कुछ क्वेश्चन लेंदी होंगे और ट्रिकी भी हो सकते हैं. Like we did that coding decoding. So the thing is, avoid those speed breakers. That is the key of snap. So some questions would be on the easy side, some questions could be on the lengthy side also. So it is to be a balanced approach. So last year of the century cannot be last day of the century. So this is a particular type of question which is asked in calendars. So we have uploaded two videos. One is on clocks, another on calendars. Please watch those videos. That will cover all the question types. And clocks and calendars, you can expect 2 to 4 questions. So remember this thing. Last day of century. Remember the things 5310. Okay. This is the last, and first day is 6421. So last day, 5 means 0 means Sunday, 1 means Monday, 2 means Tuesday, and so on. So this is Friday, Wednesday, Monday, and Sunday. So these can be the last days of a century. Now for which century? So it is for 100, 200, 300, and 400. And that repeats. So let us say if I ask you what is the last day of 2300. So it repeats after 400. So 2300 will be, that will be Monday. If I ask you last day of 3800. So 3800 means 3600 plus 2. That will be Wednesday. So last day of the century can be Friday, Wednesday, Monday, or Sunday. So Monday is possible. Wednesday is, Thursday cannot be the last day of the century. Okay, so last day, remember, and first day will be, obviously, like if I ask you what is the first day of 2001. Okay, so 2000, it will be Sunday. and first day of 2001 is going to be Monday. Okay, suppose we are asked that first day of 1301. So 1300 ends in Friday because it is 100. So it is going to be Saturday. Okay, so just remember these four sequences. All right, so this is the next one. It is saying that based on directions. So there are some points located. We need to find the distance between D and E. So direction sense, like just keep this in mind is whenever you solve these questions, do in the middle of the sheet. Okay? शीट के बीच में करना क्योंकि suppose you start the rough work here and your direction goes beyond the rough sheet, right? Or you start here thinking कि ये नीचे ज़्यादा नहीं जाएगा because we do not know. Sometimes if it is lengthy, right? It can go beyond the sheet. So always try to do it the middle of the sheet. Okay, that's the tip. So let's see this question. Has anyone calculated or does it look to be too calculation intensive? B is to the east of A at a distance of 80 meter. A is there. B is east at 80 meters and north of C. Now remember this thing in arrangement or any such question, whenever and is used, and किसको refer करेगा? And refers to B. Okay, remember this thing, agar and hoga it refers to someone who is present in the beginning, yeah, who or which is mentioned. Like in case of persons we use who, in case of points and other things we use which. So they will refer to the person who is just mentioned before it. Agar yahan pe which diya hota, which would refer to A. Okay, so here and is given, so it refers to B. B is north of C at a distance of 60 meters. So B is here north of C. E is to the north of A at a distance of 60 meter. That's E. And D is 70 meter east of C. So D is 70 over here. Okay. Now we need to find the distance between D and E. So we have to find this distance. Find the horizontal distance and the vertical distance. So from here till here, it is 60 plus 60, 120. And the horizontal distance is 80 plus 70, 150. Okay, so 120 plus 150. So we need to find its distance between D and E. So 120 square is 14400 and 150 square is 22500. So let's say this is point E, this is point X and D. EX square. So ED is equal to ED square is equal to EX square plus XD square. So Pythagoras theorem is used here. So it is 14400 plus 22500, that is 36900. Okay. Now 19 square is 361. So definitely it is not going to be 187 or 203. It has to be out of these two options. Right. Acha, 19 square is 361. So 190 square will be greater than 190 square. 190 square will be 36100. Okay. Now one thing you see is this value is 36900. So it is 19 square is 361. 20 square is 400. Our value is 369. It is closer to this value, very close. It is slightly far away, like 31 ka difference, 8 ka difference. We will not be calculating the actual one. Now we know that it is closer to this. So it is likely to be 192. No need to find the actual value, but we know that it is closer to this value. यहाँ से close है ना? So if it is closer, we will choose the closer option to 190 as compared to 200. So we will get 192 meters. Okay, so that is our answer. All right, so let's look at the next question. So it says a house has two wall clocks, one in kitchen and one more in the bedroom. The time displayed on both the watches is 12 a.m. right now. The clock in the bedroom gains 5 minutes every hour, whereas the one in the kitchen is slower by 5 minutes every hour. After when how many hours will both the watches show the same time again? So let's see this that after how many hours will both watches show the same time again. Okay, so the both watches are showing 12 a.m. right now. The clock bedroom gains 5 minutes every hour and another loses slower by 5 minutes every hour. Okay, एक plus 5 बना रही है, एक minus 5 बना रही है. So net difference is of 10 minutes. Okay, so in 1 hour the difference is 10 minutes. Okay, now if difference is 10 minutes, so that means in 6 hours the difference will be 60 minutes or 1 hour. Okay, so if it is 6 hours the difference is uh, like in 6 hours the difference is of 1 hour. Now when do two watches like when does a watch show the same time कब होता है same time? Let us say a watch is showing 3 o'clock, and when will it show 3 o'clock again? It shows the same time after 12 hours. 12 hours it will show the same time. So 6 hours, they are the difference is 1 hour. So if there are like if there are we can say that difference of 1 hour, so difference of 12 hours means same time. Okay, same time. So in 6 hours the difference is 1 hour. We need to make a difference of 12-hour difference will be made in into 12 times, that is 72 hours. So in 72 hours there will be a 12-hour difference. Now there is some thing that to be noted here is, suppose it's a 24-hour clock. 24 hour clock क्या होती है जिसमें like time is like 1300, right? It shows 1300. Or if it displays like 13, like it is like for example instead of 1 p.m. it will show 1300, or let's say it will show 2040 means 940. So if it's a 24-hour clock, in that case the difference should be 24 hours. So that means if it was a 24-hour clock, the answer would be 2144 hours if it is specifically mentioned. Now, sometimes it might happen is in Snap, especially, कि questions ambiguous हो सकते हैं. Ambiguous in the sense that we do not know. First of all, if you see here, it has mentioned AM also. ठीक है, अगर 12 o'clock दिया होता, so 12 o'clock means it can be AM or PM. We do not know. But here they have specifically mentioned 12 AM. So it could be possible that it's a 24-hour clock. So choose the best possible answer in that scenario. Okay. So among the given options, the best possible answer is 72. That should be chosen. But if it is specifically mentioned that it's a 24-hour clock, then the difference is after 24 hours. Okay, so difference means the difference of 24 hours will make the same time. So here the answer would be 72 based on the given options, and plus it is ambiguous that whether it's a 24-hour clock or not. It's just mentioned at 12 a.m. So if it's a digital clock, so definitely it will be like it is not mentioned anywhere. So if it's a digital clock, so usually it will be a 24-hour clock. If it's an analog clock, it is a 12-hour clock. Basically, the time AM and PM is not specified over there. So we will go with this in that. So sometimes it might happen in Snap, there are errors. One or two questions will be there that will be erroneous. So choose your judgment to answer them accordingly and move on. Do not break your head into those questions. Okay, so here is a question on syllogism. I expect all of you to answer it correctly. So let's see this. This must be an easy one. Syllogisms are generally easy. All green are red. Okay, so all green are red and no red is black. Okay, so black is a separate one. Some black are yellow and all yellow are pink. So this is the generic statement that is given to us. Now it's a possibility based question. The first statement says that all red being pink is a possibility. Can all red be pink? It's a possibility is asking, right? So see, red, no red is black, that we need to maintain. So we can put it like this. Does it violate any of the conditions? All green are red, satisfied, right? No red is black, that is also satisfied. Some black are yellow is satisfied, all yellow are pink is satisfied. So this is a conclusion which will follow, right? Because it is a possibility, it is not saying that it is 100% true. So this is satisfied. All yellow being green is a possibility. Now what if we put all yellow as green? So if we put all yellow as green and yellow is overlapping with black also, and green comes inside red. Okay, so if we take this scenario, so it is given that no red is black, so red and black will overlap. So this is not possible. So this is not a possibility. So only one follows because first condition is a possibility. We can have red inside. We can have all red being pink as a possible arrangement, or you can make a possible Venn diagram using it because it is free to move anywhere. It should not overlap with black. Black से overlap नहीं होना चाहिए. Rest it can go anywhere and it can be inside pink also. So in possibility we need to tray that even if one condition is true, that means like even if it is not. See what is possibility? Possibility means that it can be true, right? It can be true or false. So yes, it is true in one of the scenarios, hence we will choose it as a possibility. But if it was possibility word was not there, all red is pink, so we will say that it is not a conclusion. Okay, so the answer is option A. If you are looking for snap test, you can check our snap mocks, and we are providing 20 full length mocks, and there is a free mock also which you can take. The link is given in the description of this video. Let's move to the next question. It says that ABC Electronics has signed a well-known celebrity, Mr. Y, as their brand ambassador for their new range of smartphones. So there was someone, Mr. Y, also. He was like just randomly put in two of the questions. So Mr. Y must be watching this video. So there is a student named Mr. Y over here. Okay, so please answer this question, Mr. Y. So we need to tell that which of the following arguments is wrong. Okay, so this seems to be an easy one. Lot of answers. So they have their brand ambassador. Mr. Y's endorsement will guarantee. Okay, will guarantee is something which is extreme, and all customers. So you cannot guarantee that like all consumers will purchase smartphone from. So that's an extreme, right? Clearly out there. Okay, extreme होता है like let's say Virat Kohli endorses something, all people do not buy that, right? And it is not a guarantee. Let's say if you see any endorsement, any person endorsing, that's not a guarantee. You cannot guarantee that. So that is obviously easy to eliminate. Mr. Y's popularity and influence will attract more customers. It can attract more customers, right? So it can attract, but there is no guarantee that people will buy it. So yes, attraction is possible. So that's how brand endorsement work, right? They are meant to attract people. There is no guarantee that people will buy their product. Okay, so that was an easy one. This is again an easy one. So this is how you will find the snap paper. कुछ क्वेश्चन बहुत इजी लगेंगे, कुछ क्वेश्चंस डिफिकल्ट लगेंगे. द की इज टू अटेम्प्ट दोज इजी क्वेश्चंस एंड स्किप दोज लेंथी क्वेश्चंस और डिफिकल्ट लाइक कोई टॉपिक नहीं आता है, just avoid it. If you find something easy, do it. It's mix of speed breakers and easy questions. And it is a mix of topics. It is not that some particular topics concentrated. And even in quant, you will find certain questions which will be easy. So do those because each question carries equal marks. It is not about which question you attempt. Right? It's about your total score. So this is an easy one. Among politicians, how many doctors are also advocates? So basically, politicians, doctors, advocates, everything is six. So we have six people. Okay, so politicians, advocates, and doctors. So if you consider this four, these are not politicians. Politicians is triangle. So it is outside it. So here's the next one. In a row of 100 seating positions, Aman is sitting at the 19th position from the left side of the row. Sumit is sitting at the 54th position from the right side of the row. Veena is sitting at the 8th position to the right of Aman, and Riddhi is sitting at the 10th position to the left of Sumit. How many sitting positions are there between Veena and Riddhi? So in Snap, there is no such specific weight. Okay, so you can get questions from any of the topics. There is no such specific thing कि इस topic से इतना weight है. But majority is arithmetic. Okay, so let's see this question. Right, there are 100 sitting positions. Aman is sitting 19th position on the left side. Now, remember this thing whenever you have this kind of a question of order and ranking, remember one thing left plus right or top plus bottom. Sometimes it is about rank of people or front plus back. Everything that is equal to n plus 1. Okay, so remember this thing. So if there are people, we have 100 sitting positions. Aman is 19th position on the left side. So Aman, this is left and this is right. So Aman is 19th from left, so his right position will be 82. Okay. Then we have Sumit is 54th position from the right side. So Sumit is 54 from the right side. So his left position will be 47. If Veena is sitting at the 8th position to the right side of Aman. So 8th position to the right side. That means she is at 27. Okay. So we can deal in only one of the things, right? And Riddhi is sitting at 10th position to the left of Sumit. So 10th positions this side. So Riddhi will be 37, right? So Bina is at 27, Riddhi is at 37. So how many people are between them? So 27 to 37. How many numbers are between? 28 to 36. Okay. So we need to find 28 to 36. Another important thing which people make mistake is whenever you have to count, always do highest minus lowest plus 1. Okay, that is the count. So we have to count 28 to 36. Higher number is 36 minus lower plus 1. So the answer is 9. So there are 9 people in between them. Okay, let's see the next question. In Snap, there will be number based puzzles. It could be like series based, or it could be these kind of questions wherein they give you some matrix full of numbers, right? So it could be 3 by 3, 3 by 4 matrix. You need to fill in the number in that grid. So let's see this, the value of x. Now 4 plus 2 is 6, 3 plus 5 is 8. So we are adding these. 4 plus 3 is 7, 2 plus 5 is 7. And we have cross sum. So x plus 2 we need to find. Now we will do 2 plus 3 will be 5 and plus 3. So this is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10 over here. Now we need to find this number x. So x will be 8 because 8 plus 7 is 15. So x is 8. Easy one. So sometimes they can be this easy, sometimes they can be quite tricky also. Now this is a question called binary logic. Okay. So this was a question which was asked in I think Snap 22. So in 22 या 21 में आया था about binary logic. So I think we have a video also on binary logic. You can check it out. Snap 22 for 22 we had created that video. Just search binary logic on our channel. You will get a video on it. So there might be a possibility that there is a question on binary logic. If you understand the topic, remember the question is lengthy. Okay, छोटा question नहीं होता. It is a lengthy one. If you have time, then only attempt it. Do not just go into attempting that question because it can be a lengthy question. But you should know the concept because it might happen that आपके पास time बच रहा है. ठीक है, तो concept आता है, you can attempt that question. And it's a we what I've been noticing is in 21, 22, and 23 they have asked a question on binary logic. Okay. So what happened, Nishant? Are you bored of the class? If you are, you are free to leave. Right, I'm not holding you to attend the class. So there is a cricket, footballer, and swimmer among these three people. One of them is a liar, one is a truth teller, and one is an alternator. Okay, so there is a video in which I have explained these in details. I will quickly explain these things. What is a liar? A liar always tells a lie. So he will always tell lie. If there is a truth teller, so truth teller will always tell truth, whatever statements the person says. If there is an alternator, alternator behaves like this: lie, truth, or the person can be first statement truth, second truth, lie, and so on. Okay, so they made the following statements. Rupesh is saying, I am a footballer, Shubham is a swimmer, I am an alternator. Shubham says, Tanmay is a cricketer, Rupesh is not a footballer, I am a liar. And Tanmay says, I am not a swimmer, Shubham is not a swimmer, Rupesh is a liar. Right? So we need to find that what is the sport played by the alternator. Now there are some general rules. So if you watch that particular class, you will understand those rules in detail. अगर आपको ये topic बिल्कुल नहीं आता, so please watch that video. In that, I have taken ample examples and different rules related to that topic. Here, I would like to there are certain ways to figure out how to attempt these questions. ठीक है, तो जिसको ये topic आता है वो जल्दी समझ जाएगा. जिसको नहीं आता है, maybe you will watch that video and post that you will understand that topic. So for now, let me tell you what happens is, let's say if there is a person, right, and a person says, I am a liar, right, will that person be a liar? So that is a key statement in this. If a person says, I am a liar, अगर कोई बोलता कि I am a liar, is that person a liar? See, you must have heard in general conversation, right? A thief never calls himself thief. होता है ना, पुलिस कहती है कि चोर खुद को चोर नहीं बोलता. So if there is a liar, will never say that I am a liar. Okay, अगर कोई बोल रहा है liar, will not say I am a liar, because if he says that I am a liar, he is telling the truth, right? Similarly, a truth teller will also not say I am a liar because he is telling a lie if he is saying that I am a liar. So that means whenever we have I am a liar, it is a alternator. Okay, it's an alternator. And is this statement true or false? This statement is false, because alternator अगर truth बोलेगा, he will not say I am a liar, he will say I am an alternator. So this person is an alternator and his statement is false. So इसका ये statement false हो गया. Alternator means alternate statements. So if this is a false statement, this will be true and this will be false. Okay, so we have Rupesh, Shubham, and Tanmay. Okay, and Rupesh is not a footballer, so he is not a footballer. Tanmay is a cricketer, so Tanmay will not be a cricketer. Okay, and Shubham is an alternator. Now we will figure out that which whose statement is what. Now Rupesh says, I am an alternator, right? We know that alternator is Shubham, so his statement is false. Okay, so if his statement is false, he has to be a liar because we cannot have truth teller. Right? So his statement is liar. So his all statements will be wrong. So he's not a footballer. Shubham is not a swimmer. So Shubham is not a swimmer and he's not an alternator. So that means that Tanmay will be a truth teller and all his statements will be true. I am not a swimmer, so he is not a swimmer. So he is not a swimmer, he is not a cricketer, so Tanmay will be a footballer. Okay. Now we are left with cricketer and swimmer. This person is not swimmer, so it will be cricketer, and this person will be swimmer. Okay. So we need to tell which sport is played by the alternator. So alternator is Shubham, he will play cricket. Now, if you are well versed with the topic, then only attempt the question in the examination because this is must be an alien topic to most of you. So you can watch a topic. This topic is called truth lie. Actually, the name is binary logic. Okay, so you can search binary logic in our channel. You will get video on it in detail. Alag examples, alag question types. You can possibly get a question on Snap. Right? Last year there was a question. Before that there was also a question. So if you get a question, then you can attempt it easily in the exam. Okay, so this is a series based question. So Snap is going to be this kind of wave. एक क्वेश्चन इजी आ जाएगा, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन डिफिकल्ट आ जाएगा, लेंदी हो सकता है. इफ इट्स अ लेंदी वन, जस्ट अवॉइड इट. इफ इट्स एन easy one, just do it. And this is how you're going to attempt it. Each question carries equal marks, so you need to be judicious in picking the questions. It's all about picking the questions. और ऑफ कोर्स कॉन्सेप्ट्स पता होने चाहिए. अगर कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं पता होंगे तो then it's a trouble. So do not rely on any particular section. Okay, practice all the sections. Do not go with the assumption that okay, my quant is weak, so I will leave quant. What if quant turns out to be easy? And first 5 6 minutes, take the verbal ability section, the English section, and then give equal time, let's say 20 20 minutes. Because in some papers, quant is difficult, in some papers, reasoning is difficult. Okay, so this is a series 67, 130, 210, and 309. So let us find out the pattern. We need to find this number. So we have 63, this is 80, this is 99. So can we say 8 square minus 1? This is 9 square minus 1, 10 square minus 1. So next difference will be 11 square minus 1, which is 120. So if it is 120, this will be 429. Easy one. Okay, 429. Everyone got 429. Right answer. Okay, so there are five friends and they are sitting around a circular table, and each one of them is wearing a dress of unique color. Okay, so five different colors, and some information is given about it. You need to find out the color of Rini's dress. You will get rough sheet, you will not get that notepad. So typical that A4 sheet you will get. So let's see this question, or take your time to attempt it. So usually, as I said, that the questions are individual in Snap. Okay, you will not get group questions typically, or हो सकता है तो maximum maybe two questions per set. So there are five friends and they are sitting facing inside. So let's make the arrangement. See, we are given that the person wearing blue dress is seated second to the right of the one wearing white. And if you see the last statement, it says Harsh is wearing blue. Okay, so let's put Harsh. Harsh is wearing blue and is seated second to the left of Rini. So if it is Rini, okay, second to the left, it is Harsh and is wearing blue dress. Okay, Harsh is wearing blue, second to the left of Rini. And the person wearing blue is seated second place to the right of the one wearing white. Second to the right of white. Okay, so that means this person is wearing white dress. Okay, so that we have figured out. Now, let's see, it says that the one wearing yellow does not sit beside the one wearing purple. So, yellow and purple are not together. Okay, so they cannot be these two. I mean, they can be any other. The one wearing yellow, Harsh, is seated exactly between the one wearing yellow and the one wearing orange. So, these two people are yellow and orange in any order. So, the remaining color, the fifth color is remaining, which is white is placed, blue is placed, yellow and orange are placed. The remaining color is purple. So this is purple. Now the question is asking which color dress is Rini wearing. So we can answer it is purple. Okay, no need to make further arrangement. Although we will figure out that yellow is not adjacent to purple. So this will be orange and this will be yellow, but not needed. Okay, बस यहाँ पे आ गया हमारा उसको purple. We need to answer that. So as long as like with partial arrangement you are able to answer the question, answer it and move on. Okay, so I hope you are enjoying this session. So please don't forget to like this video. So many of you have been watching it, but very few likes. Like to kar do, and let's move to the next question. Today is 1st November, and the day of the week is Monday. This is a leap year. What will be the day of the week on 24th November after 3 years? Okay, so let's just go back 1 month back and assume that it is 1st of November. Okay, 2024. I mean, it is not given that it is which year. So it is a leap year that is given to us, and it is a leap year, and we have a Monday on 1st of November. 1st of November was Friday this year. Okay, so it is not year 2024. It could be any other year. You do not have to worry about the year name. It is given that it is a leap year. You need to find 24th November after 3 years. What will be that day? So calendar का भी video देख लेना. I have uploaded a video on that also, which covers all these different types of questions, and you can expect uh, one or two questions from calendars also. So after 3 years, what is that day? If none of these, which is that particular date? So remember this thing, if it's a leap year, ठीक है, leap year में क्या होता है कि the year you add 2 days. So 365 is basically 52 into 7 plus 1. So every year plus 1 is added. Like for example, today is 2nd December 2024. ठीक है, आज कौन सा डे है? Today we have Tuesday. नहीं, आज Monday. So today is Monday. Okay. So on 2nd December 2025, we will have a Tuesday. Okay. In 2026, we will have Wednesday because one day is shifted every year. If you realize that your birthday falls on the next day every year, but if there is a leap year in between, like 27 also, it will be Thursday. But in 2028, what will happen is here 29 Feb will come in between. Okay, so it will increase by 2 and it will be Saturday. Okay, that is just an example. Now coming to the question, it says 1st November ko, it's a Monday. 1st November, it's Monday. Now 1 year later, it will be Tuesday. Let's say plus 1 year, it will be Tuesday. Plus 2 years, it will be Wednesday. Plus 3 years, it will be Thursday. Now, will it be 1 increase or 2 increase? See, it is given that this is a leap year. So for next 3 years, no leap year will come in between. जब लीप ईयर नहीं आता है, so leap year increases by 2 days, but normal year increases by 1 day. So we can clearly say that it is going to be a Thursday. So after 3 years, 1 November is Thursday. So 1 week, like 7 days, there is a repetition. So 8, 15 and 22. 22 November will also be Thursday. We have to tell 24th. 23 को Friday हो जाएगा and 24 को Saturday हो जाएगा. So the answer is none of these. Okay. Now here, one thing which I would like to tell you is, which probably no other teacher will tell you, is that in Snap there will be definitely 2 से 3 क्वेश्चन ऐसे होते हैं जिनका आंसर नन ऑफ दीज होता है. डेफिनेटली एवरी ईयर आई हैव सीन दिस पैटर्न दैट एटलीस्ट देयर विल बी 2 to 3 क्वेश्चन मिनिमम. ठीक है, ऐसा हो सकता है 5 क्वेश्चंस भी हो सकते हैं आउट ऑफ 60 दैट हैव नन ऑफ दीज एज द आंसर. ठीक है, ये पक्का याद रख लेना, क्योंकि क्या होता है कि व्हेन वी आर अटेम्प्टिंग अ क्वेश्चन, राइट, इफ यू गेट नन ऑफ दीज एज द आंसर, एक साइकोलॉजिकल चीज है कि यू फील दैट वेदर माय आंसर इज रॉन्ग और नॉट. ठीक है, अगर नन ऑफ दीज आता है, फर्स्ट थिंग कम्स टू अवर माइंड इज कहीं मेरा आंसर गलत तो नहीं है. Although you might be confident, but still we try to recheck that answer, isn't it? Like if you happen to solve any question and if you get none of these as the answer, first thing ये दिमाग में आता है कि let me recheck. So that's a psychological hack that Snap plays every year for the past several years. When I have appeared on Snap, I have noticed that there will be some questions, like 2 3 भी हो सकते हैं. It can be 5 questions also across sections. In quant also it might happen, and you will notice this fact. And later on अभी आपको लग रहा होगा कि irrelevant information है, but आप जब जिस दिन एग्जाम दोगे उस दिन आप देखोगे there will be lot of questions that have none of these as the answers. So there will be at least 5 6 questions in the examination that will have none of these as the answer. So I'm not saying that you should mark none of these as the answer. You should solve the question. Okay. So that is one feature of Snap. So this we have included in our mocks also. So in our mocks also, in at least 2 3 questions, I put the answer as none of these. So to get you that the feeling that if you get answer as none of these in the answer, don't like be confident. If you've solved it correctly, the answer will be none of these. Okay, which this information probably you will not get anywhere else. How many squares are there in the following figure? So you might get 1 or 2 questions on visual reasoning also. So this session which we are having today, so this has covered all varieties of questions, and this will give you a flavor that how Snap looks like, variety of questions across topics, uh, the difference in the level of 2 consecutive questions. You might get a very easy question and then very next question could be difficult. So it is about judiciously attempting the paper. So how many squares are in this figure? Okay, 16, 16. Some are saying 14. Okay, so let's see the number of squares. We need to count squares. Okay, one, two, three, four. Yeah. Similarly, one, two, three, four. Eight squares over. Yeah, eight we are done. Then we will count these squares: 9, 10, 11, and 12. 12 okay. Okay. One is that outer square, square number 13. Okay. And there is one square which is available like this also. One second, one second. This square is also there. Okay, so there are a total of how many? 14 squares. Okay, so 8 small squares, then 4 these green squares, which is 2 by 2 square, and then there is one like square of this shape. Okay, which is like it's a square. It is because these angles are 90 degrees, so it's a square, and one completely outside square. So 16 जिसका आंसर है. How are you getting 16? I'm curious to know which two extra squares you got. Must be 14, right? Okay, so let's see the next question. Coded blood relations. So blood relations, you can get one or two questions from this topic. So all such topics like blood relations, syllogisms, coding, decoding, directions. Out of these 25 questions, you'll have mix of questions from different topics. And Matt, rescheduling disabled, it should not be disabled because, uh, like I think, like I don't know why it is disabled because, like you can take after 15 days. But scheduling is available. Once you pay that fee, you can contact with their support team. Okay, you may call them and write a mail to them, so they'll help you out with that. All right. So this is a question which says that we need to tell what does P plus R divided by Q. P plus R means first person is the brother of second person. So P is the brother of Q, right? And division means first person is the mother of second person. So Q is the mother of, Q is a female. She is the mother of, uh, sorry, P, R, Q. And so R, and R is the mother of Q. So we need to tell that what does this mean? P is the nephew of Q? No, P is the uncle of Q, right? P is the brother, not and not the father. So obviously it's a uncle. Now sometimes, I mean, you would say that it is maternal uncle. Okay, so it is actually maternal uncle because mother's brother. As I said that sometimes you are supposed to choose the best possible answer. Okay, so if it is mentioned specifically maternal uncle, paternal uncle, so you will choose maternal uncle. But if only uncle is given, you will obviously choose uncle, right? So you need to be judicious in answering the questions. Okay, so here's the next one. It says a notice has been prominently displayed at the entrance of the library by the library authorities, stating that smoking is strictly prohibited within the premises of the library. Which of the following can be an assumption according to the given information? If none of these was there, you would choose uncle, no? I mean, that's at least true. So let's look at this question. It says that notice is there is no smoking. Smoking is prohibited, is mentioned there. Right now, what is the assumption in this question? Now, first says people who smoke in the library are fined. We can't say that whether they are fined or not. It is saying no smoking, right? So we can't say that. This is the only library where smoking is prohibited. Again, we can't say because there might be other libraries also, isn't it? So this is again we cannot tell about. Okay. Next is saying some people who visit the library smoke. So when do you put a notice? Isn't it? Like let's say like it is saying that a person is uh, if there are people smoking, then only you will put the notice, right? Like for example, if people were not smoking, you would not, I mean, that could be an assumption that people might be smoking, that is why they are compelled to put the notice. The library is located in a smoking free area. This we cannot say. Okay, maybe like smoking free area means that's the premise. So might be in that region, people, I mean, uh, uh, like there might be people who might be smoking in surrounding regions, but not about that. Uh, but this is something that some people might be smoking. That is why smoking is prohibited without within that region, within that library. Now, this is another question type which is asked in Snap, right? Every year they ask a question or two like this, that you need to tell that in a meaningful sequence. Okay, meaningful sequence आता है. Last year it was lexicographic order, so you can search lexicographic order, which was asked last year. Yeah, there was a video also. Lexicographic, I mean, just the word make it. Basically lexicographic is alphabetical order. ठीक है, कभी ऐसे क्वेश्चन में आते हैं some logical order or alphabetical order or something like that. So that was a question asked last year. Lexicographic word was used. Some people get confused. What is that? So you can check it out. There's one video on this also. So you need to arrange them in a meaningful sequence. Okay. So meaningful sequence: probation, interview, selection, appointment, advertisement, application. So first of all, you will put some advertisement. Okay. Then only you will have this. So if you put some advertisement, then definitely there will be some people who will apply to it. Now, if you see 5, 6 is present in all. Right? So first of all, there is an advertisement, and then there will be some people who will apply to it. Now, when people apply, so first interviews will be conducted, then only selection will happen. So 2 and 3 will happen. And then once selection is done, then people are appointed for that post. And then after appointment, there is a probation period that they need to serve. So 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 1 is the order. D 5, 6, 4. अपॉइंटमेंट कैसे हो जाएगा? पहले अपॉइंट तभी तो करोगे जब सेलेक्ट होगा. अपॉइंटमेंट तभी होगा जब आप सेलेक्ट करोगे. सो इफ यू आर सेइंग 5, 6, 4, 2, 3, 1, अपॉइंटमेंट तो बाद में होगा ना. व्हेन यू आर सेलेक्टेड, देन ओनली यू आर अपॉइंटेड टू दैट पोजीशन. Okay, so the answer is A. So some of you answered D, that is wrong. Appointment will happen first after selection, and then probation will take place. Okay, so let's see the next question. You can for SNAP for NMAT, but NMAT has more of critical reasoning, less of, yes, there will be some critical reasoning questions also in this video, plus some other miscellaneous questions. Yeah, so there is always some buzzword around Snap. This time also there will be something that first day something will be asked and people will talk about such things. Now the thing is, if you find something alien, avoid that thing. Like if you do have no idea, do not worry about thing. There are other things to attempt in the examination. Okay, so that is the history of Snap. Something new they will bring up, and people keep discussing those things. And Snap asks some puzzles also. Especially number puzzles, you will find frequent questions. So 14, 19, 29, 40, 44. Okay, so let's see the difference. The difference is 5, the difference is 10, the difference is 11, the difference is just 4. So what would be the difference? Now, like if I tell you the logic, it becomes easy, right? But it might be like at first glance, things might not strike. Okay, sometimes things do not strike immediately. Actually, 5 is sum of digits. 1 plus 4 is 5. 1 plus 9 is 10. 2 plus 9 is 11. 4 plus 0 is 4. So the next difference should be 8. And hence the number is 52. So sometimes logics will strike immediately. So do that. If logic does not strike, don't break your head. There will definitely be some questions which will be speed breakers in these questions, like series based or some coding decoding or some number puzzle. So just avoid those speed breakers. Okay, so here's a question based on conclusions. You need to tell that which of these conclusions is true based on it. So let's see this question. Okay, so which of the following conclusions follows? Okay, a new galaxy was accidentally discovered by Hubble Space Telescope is estimated to be 1/30th of the size of Milky Way. Its age, estimated at 13 billion years old, is making it the astronomical equivalent of a living fossil. Okay, so a galaxy has been discovered accidentally. Now, first conclusion says that astronomical objects are discovered accidentally. Okay, so it's a very uh, like to focus on the words. It says that are discovered accidentally. What does are discovered accidentally mean? It's a generalization. Okay, so it's a generalization. When you say this happens or this like here we have used are, so because we are dealing with plurals, so they are discovered accidentally. So that's a generalization. Right? But this was one of those that was accidentally discovered. But that does not mean that all objects are discovered accidentally. So that is not a conclusion because it's making a generalization. When we say that astronomical objects are discovered accidentally, okay, so R means that it's a definite thing that they are discovered. Now, next says astronomical objects can be categorized as fossils. Can be. So it is categorized as a fossil. Okay, it is equivalent to a fossil. So can be means it's an uncertain thing. Yes, it can be because in this particular case, it is not making a generalization. See, generalization is something which is extreme. So if it was known that okay, this is happening with all objects, that all are discovered accidentally, then you would choose this as a conclusion. But it was one of those accidents. Maybe others are not discovered accidentally. But when it says can be categorized as fossils, that means that some will be not fossils also. Yeah, some may be not fossils, some may be fossils. So yes, it is fine because some are fossils, some may not be fossils also. So that is a conclusion. Hubble space is the first space telescope to photograph the universe. Now it is out of scope, right? It is again extreme and out of scope. No such information can be concluded. So this cannot be concluded. Only conclusion 2 follows. Okay, so it was a choice between B and D, because one will not follow because it's a generalization. If it was can be, if the word can be was used, then you would choose that yes, that is a conclusion because it can be true. Okay, so with this, we conclude this session also, and I hope you enjoyed the session. So please do like this video, and we will come up with more videos on Snap revision in the coming days. And in case you are preparing for NMAT and Snap and wish to enroll in a crash course, I mean the course which we already have completed, however you want to study specific topics, you can enroll in the course. And if you want the mock test, we have the mock test for Snap. So we are providing 20 mock tests based on mixed difficulty level. A lot of people ask that what is the difficulty level. So some are of 23 level, 22 level, 21. 23 was on the easier side, 22 was difficult compared to these three. Okay, so we have easy, moderate, difficult, all varieties, a variety of questions across the mocks so that you are prepared for different kind of questions that are asked in Snap. Okay, so that's for today's class. I hope you enjoyed this session. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you are not, and watch the other videos on this playlist that will help you to excel in Snap. Just remember that there will be some speed breakers in the examination. Avoid those speed breakers. It's just about picking the right set of questions in Snap and moving on. So there will be some questions which will be lengthy. जैसे हमने देखा कि some maybe arrangement based questions or critical reasoning questions or some other topics you might have lengthy questions. Avoid those. Pick the easy questions across all topics. Okay. So that's for today's session. Thank you everyone for watching it. Have a great day ahead. Goodbye.